Hello and welcome back to Gnomoria, where we are still in the kingdom of Terrorhand, in a thing that starts to look like a fort more and more. The more we play, the more it starts to look like a fort instead of a dirt enclosure. Now, before we start off and continue with our quest for might and glory and greatness and all, there are a few things I kind of want to talk about. One of them is that we are in a new version. This is a version 0.8.43, and this time we actually have quite a lot of new things, and well, not all of them affect our kingdom, but one major change has come to the animal breeding and stuff, because basically how it was before was that we had a pasture and our animals would wander around in them and produce their stuff until they were butchered. Pretty easy, didn't really, take any effort or anything to maintain, and that has changed now. Because now we need to feed our animals, and if we don't do it, they'll leave. Now the good thing is, our fort can be closed down, so if they want to leave, it's going to be pretty hard for them, unless they learn how to swim all of a sudden. But another thing that came along with that change is that the animals now do require quite a bit more breeding space, I think that one yak before the patch required like, 6 spaces, and right now it requires almost double the amount. Because before we could have like, I think 22 or 24 yaks in our pasture, and right now it's only 11. Now you might question yourself like, well, if you need to feed them, what's their food? Well, they eat straw. So right now we finally got ourselves a means to get rid of our straw besides trading, and well, it's good on the one side, but I actually kind of like this as a nice trading source for value, because we always end up with like 500 straw to trade for with the merchant, and that is quite a lot. Same as really happened for the alpacas, and as far as I understood it, we need about 10 farm tiles to feed one animal, or to sustain one animal at least, with the straw that comes of it. So what I did was I expanded our grain farm, or wheat farm, and it's 120 tiles big. That means that we can have 12 animals. That doesn't sound all that exciting really, so I had a thought about it, and well, the thing is, the yaks are all cool, but I don't really need them, because the only thing that they produce is meat and milk, and well, bones and hide of course, but the thing is that in terms of their milk, I got a well, so I am covered, even though milk is slightly better in terms of drinks than just water. Besides, I mean, the yaks have been drinking from this well too, along with our gnomes, so I really think that the milk is better than some water that the yaks have drunk from. But anyway, the alpacas produce wool, and that is a thing that I need a lot more than milk, to be honest. So in terms of how many animals I'm gonna keep of what, I think that we will have to downsize this pasture quite a lot. In fact, why don't we do that now? Alright, I just did that, but man, that's gonna cause some issues. I think Rincket is gonna go complete insane. No, damage, what have you done? Anyway, because we got like, we're gonna assign new pastures and stuff, I think what I'm gonna go with, because we can sustain like 12 animals, what I'm gonna do is I'll keep 4 yaks, so we at least, get some yak production. And we're gonna run with like 8 alpacas, so we have the most wool production. Because like I said, I really do need that wool, so I don't know. I could actually calculate this now, because I think they need like 10 space per yak. If we want 4, that means that we only need like 40, which would be like, well, somewhere like this. This should be, whoa, hold on. That should be enough for like 4 yaks, alright? Oh, look, you can even select it now, food. Wow, that's actually only enough for 3, so I guess they need like 12 or so living space. It's no problem really, we can expand it. Pasture. If we just expand it like this, now we should be able to contain 4 yaks. Yeah, perfect. Alright, well, it's actually all derp, it's all written here. Great. So, how about we call this yak? Yak 2.0, because it is improved. And see here, we can put that, or we can set it to eat any straw. That's good. We'll just use wheat straw for now though, because I don't think there's any other type of straw. So that's that taken care of. Now the thing is that our gnomes are not gonna just grab straw and feed them, you know, and hand feed our animals. No, instead we need to build a feeding thing device, and that's actually called a, damn it, I forgot. But it's in here, a throw. That sounds wrong. I think it's, you pronounce it like a throw, but then again, I mean, my English is horrible. Look, it's actually quite small and nifty. Alright. I don't know. Well, let's put it in the... yeah, let's put it over here. I don't really know how many we need per animal, but I think that 1 should suffice, so... and if not, we can always add more. I did look this up though, and they take like 4 marble or 4 stone or anything. So we'll put 1 there, and we will also put 1 over here with the alpacas, because they need to be fed too. Now these animals, they require straw, and if you remember, there's like a 3rd type that we're not using, but they're called emus, and they eat seeds, but don't care, because they eat seeds. Now, talking about seeds, that's another thing that's been added. It's been quite the agriculture patch on this one, because there's new stuff added in terms of crops and trees, and I think that's really cool. The really bad thing is we can't see it because well, you know, it's not like because they're new trees, all of a sudden they have spawned on our map or anything. However, if you make a new level, there will be orange trees, you know, like orange and apples, and there will be a grape, well, plants, I think, I mean, or trees. I don't really know whether they're plants or trees, but they do count as a crop anyway, because they produce seeds. And well, you know, since we can't get to them, I do believe the merchant does sell the seeds and the clippings for those new types, and we'll have a look at that too. I'll probably put like some, I don't know, maybe just a small patch of orange trees over here just to check it out really, because, well, in terms of, well, obviously they produce wood, and I'm curious to what they look like, but well, you know, we got, well, plenty of wood and stuff production, so. And another minor thing he did is that he slowed the growth rate of fruit from crops and plants and things, so I think those are the major changes covered. Now, there's one kind of funny thing, and because what I did as well off screen was I set the priorities a bit different, and I changed some stockpiles around, specifically over here for a butcher, because last time we dug away this nice area over here for meat storage, but I had like a brainwave about it, and the meat being over here is like really far from the kitchen, something I don't like. So what I did is I changed this stockpile to be a meat only stockpile, and a few other things, you know, like setting priorities to workshops and stockpiles. And one funny thing I noticed is that because of this new patch, the conversion of consisting orders went a bit awry, because look, our tailor is set to produce grape bandages now, which are new, a new type of bandage. I don't really know whether they will work just as well as the regular bandage, but I think this is just some kind of like conversion thingy, because it happened somewhere else as well. And I think it was, yeah, it was over here at the kitchen. Look, grape sausage and grape bread. Wow, those are new types. And I did put some new orders here just to see whether or not it was a general bug. But as you can see here, it's just that the, you know, existing orders converted a bit wrong. I don't know whether or not this will cause any issues, and if it does, I will, you know, remake all these orders, but I thought it was quite funny, especially grape sausage. Nice. I mean, yeah, just imagine a grape sausage. Anyway, I didn't check over here to carpenter. No, this still does say birch stuff. What I also did was I did change the stockpiles around a bit over here, because obviously we got slivers and stuff to work with now. And oh, and by the way, that value bug with the slivers is fixed now, so we can happily smelt those slivers, and in fact we will do that. How many do we have? Oh. Alright, so let's not smelt any slivers, because, well, we kind of lack them. Yeah, good. I think that is pretty much all of the changes covered. Oh yeah, and I did one other thing, is I suspended this stockpile because our building supplies was on a quite high prio, and it meant that our gnomes were constantly hauling stuff to it while we were building our ever so grand gatehouse. And speaking of which, Emperor Damage has had one of his wisdoms and brainwaves again, in the form of some pretty nice piece of advice. And basically the advice was that, well, you know, we should not underestimate our new and soon to be enemies' demands, specifically, because as far as from what I've been told is that we are anything but ready for mans. Now that's not good, because right now the gates are open, and if one man was to walk in over here, it would pretty much be game over. Or at least that's what I understood from it, and that is definitely not the intention. So what I need to do is gear up our, well, actually, you know, just get some gear for our military, because right now they do not have any gear. It's like a general with a helmet and a breastplate and 4 nude soldiers. Now that's not gonna work against a mans, because mans are freaking dangerous from what I understood. So what I should do probably is close off the fort, but the thing is that I also want my military compound over here, you know, because I've been building up for it. Now, I do think that we're gonna change our build priorities a bit, because I really do want that military compound, because right now, you know, how our whole military is set up is a bit crappy and, you know, well, improvised really. And our military compound should, you know, how should I put it? It should increase the current military situation, especially the infrastructure for it. And what I'm gonna do is, because at first I was kind of like thinking, let's finish the gatehouse and put some nice royal quarters on top of it and kit it all out and stuff. Instead, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to take the gamble and race to the other side over here, just start building the bridge, and then you know, claim our military compound area, and then we can always you know, work on the compound itself later. But for now, those are the priorities. And yeah, that's really like a gamble, but I am gonna take it because, well, you know, if you look over here at the kingdom's worth, it's not all that much, and I'm just hoping, you know, taking the risk that Mans will not be attracted to our kingdom just yet. We're like under the radar, so to say. So at least, you know, that's what I hope. And then 5 men show up, and that would be really, really bad. Also, just once, oh man, if only I could transform them all into gnomes, you know, kitted out with steel and mithril and platinum stuff and whatnot. If only. Alright, so with that all said and done, why don't we put all these wise words into action? And well, seeing as it's the 4th day of spring, we will have a merchant soon and stuff. So with our newly acquired wisdom and advice taken to heart, I am just gonna race over here and build up a military compound. So let's do that, and I'll speed it up a bit again, because I quite like it actually. Alright, I'm just back here now realizing that I did forget a few things to check, because I put this pasture over here to 4 yaks. However, I kind of forgot, well, you know, what the gender is of those 4 yaks remaining. So yeah, about that, we need well, males in there too, because if I'm gonna butcher all the rest of them, we're gonna have a small issue. So what I'll do is I'll tell that there will be a max female count of 3, otherwise I'm gonna have big issues with the remaining yak production, because 4 females, no, that's not really gonna work. And I'm also quite curious to see down here in the stoneworks, stonemason, yeah, you got like your jobs, and the stone cutter too. And where is our stonemason? Really? Stonemason? Who is doing the masoning actually? That's a good question. Where is our mason? I think that nether pit is responsible for doing all the masonry, right? We got 2 masons. Alright. Yeah, miner. However, the first thing that he wants to do is mining. And then building. That's not right. I want you to do the workshopping first, because that's what you're supposed to do. Because if we don't have these things, you know, these thralls in there, then the animals will just go over to the farms and snatch whatever they can from over there, and I don't want that. So yeah. Also, because I kind of like disabled this stockpile, and because of, well, you know, a lot of things that still needed hauling, our gnomes are quite busy. Anyway, with that taken care of, back to building. Let's speed it up again. Alright, did you just saw all those alpacas walking all the way down here to the beds where there's still straw lying? They just went to grab some food. See, that's what's happening really. Now, Rincket, you got your work cut out for you, quite literally. And I also think that the filling of those things is done by the rancher. So with those new jobs all, you know, on his shoulders as well, think that we might need another rancher as well, because one might not be enough to take care of everything. Just a quick check though. if there are any new jobs. I would like to know. No, I think it's still pasture, and that contains all those jobs. So, well, that does mean though that over here in the butcher shop, yeah, look, here will be crazy. Oh, alright, you know what? Let's tick on this automatically butcher excess livestock. Yeah, I think we should really do that. Oh, and look, he put a male yak in the pasture, so at least we're covered right now. Time to butcher the rest, because I don't like all these loose animals walking freely around in the kingdom. Especially not over here, I mean, for goodness sake, it's not a barn, it's a freaking dormitory. And there's animals barging around over here, you know, fouling up the whole place with dirt and mud. Oh wait, the whole fort is made out of mud. But you get the idea, it's not a freaking barn, so go and butcher them, which should also give us an enormous amount of meat. And wait, you are not Zach, you are a farmer. Ah well, I guess if there's no farming to be done and such, then I guess it's okay if they do the cooking. Anyway, our bridge is built, so that's good news really. Let's see, it seems, yeah, it does hook up over here, so right now our fort is not closed off anymore. So it's time to map out our military compound right now. And let's take a quick look over here. I think I'm gonna keep it like 4 tiles away from the edge, and I'm also gonna keep just a small area around the water side so that we're not blocking off anything. So how about right up till, yeah. Alright, let me just map out the foundations of our military compound, and yeah. Alright, so as you saw, I practiced hotkeys. Yeah, I finally got to it, and I actually had to start a new game for it because damn man, I was just, you know, getting so tired of me not getting used to the mouse menu that I started practicing some hotkeys, and it's quite an improvement. Anyway, this will be our military compound, or at least the outline of it, and you know, have a few tower kind of things over here, and what we will also have is a big ass massive bridge, and that bridge is actually gonna be quite a thing because, well, I want a straight bridge, and unfortunately this is like the widest point of the water, so yeah, I'll have to make a really long bridge, and well, it's probably gonna be one of those hover floor bridge type things, but I don't know, it's gonna look quite a bit lame, you know, if it's just one thin line of dirt. So I might just make it a more solid bridge with actual blocks below it. I'm not really sure about it though. We could do that, we could also not do that. We'll have to see really. Anyway, this is the outline for now, so yeah, let's speed things along some more, alright? Oh, this is really bad. Goblins have arrived just as we started to build the outline of our military compound. Well, military, since we're doing this all for you, it is time that you get to defending the realm, or better said, our builders. Am I actually out there? No, of course not. I am me being a wise guy. I am not out there where the danger is. Anyway, let's take a look over here. How weird. It's a goblin. That's strange. It's a female though. Ooh, kind of fit one as well. Alright, it's a pretty, well, I wouldn't say a tough one, especially not after seeing how the previous ones all went down, but yeah, it's gonna be a battle, so let's see how it goes, right? Now, obviously I'm not gonna speed things along, ooh, there are 2 goblins over here. Alright. Well, I also want this one dead. How are you? You are Flingle. You are one of our founding gnomes, and you're in good health though. Whoa, check this out. Flingle is actually quite fit. I think the fitness represents how many hits he can take, so I think that Flingle will be safe for now, though you guys better hurry the F. Oh, no, 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 to the rescue! Come on, Flingle, escape! Move! The goblin has died. Wow. Alright. Well, that was Flingle saved. How are you doing, Flingle? Oh, but you are injured. You're seriously injured. I do think though that he'll be alright. So let's take a look at how that went, because if I'm honest, that went pretty quick. I didn't put time at like you know, a time speed thing. So oh wait, I need to be at combat, of course, not at the events. All right, so here is the fight. Wow, Flingle actually dodges the attack, and he fights back. Wow. Oh, and here comes our lead ninja resurrected to the rescue. Alright, yeah. And now I don't see the goblins doing anything. Yeah, it's all us. It's all us. Oh, resurrected, resurrected. Barnabas. Oh, there it is. The goblin kicks General Barnabas in the nuts. Now we can't have children again. Oh wait, that didn't happen. Anyway, yeah, it seems to me that things were going quite well. Falls to the ground. Resurrected. I mean, half of all the action is on Resurrected's count. I approve. You lead, ninja. Alright, who got the kill in the end? Because it seems to me that our military was doing some kick-ass duty over here. Let's see. Where is the orange text? Alright, who got the kill? It's Resurrected again. And this time, kicking in the lungs. Alright, good. And who got the other kill? Oh, Wick. Oh, you're a greenhorn and you got a kill as well. Oh, that's pretty neat. So, our military was victorious and quite successfully victorious as well. Now, we should have, yeah, we have a copper claymore and a copper hammer. Guess what? We are going to... Wait, hold on. Why? And we put this to automatically butchering any excess livestock. Why is it not happening? I mean, we got like a bajillion too many yaks over here. Come on, butcher it. There's jobs for you to be done. Maybe it's because our gnomes are still in panic mode. No, you are over here. And you are not doing anything. You got like, I don't know how many yaks to, oh wait. Is this like a hauling job or is this a pasture job? I don't know really. I have no clue. Anyway, since we got new worn stuff, I'll smelt that. Because we need the slivers, right? So why not? Let's take a look. We had a hammer and a claymore. Warhammer? I don't think it was a warhammer. No, it was just a regular hammer. A one worn copper hammer and a claymore. Alright. Yeah, those goblins aren't any match for us at the moment. However, once the mans will arrive, things will go anything but as easy as it just went. Oh, this is bad. He has to fill those things one at a time. Yeah. Alright, well, that means that we need to put someone else to a butchery, really, because I think that Rincket, he won't have any time anymore to do any butchery. So, who else is suited for butchery? Well, they're all suited, me especially, but no, I'm not gonna butcher anything. A clothier? No, otherwise we'll have red bandages and all our military things, you know, gnomes will think that they're used, so that's not good. I could have our metal worker do it for now, I guess, because he's not doing all that much at the moment. Though once we get new nomads, I know already that we will have an, you know, a backup rancher really, because all of a sudden ranching is very laborious since this patch. So I'm gonna put the metal worker temporary to butchery 2. No, not all the ranching jobs, just butchery. So we at least get that done. However, that does mean though that, because right now the priority of the butcher shop is 3. That means that he will start butchering everything pretty much. So let's put this to like a prio 6. So it is at least lower than his smelter stuff really. Yeah, that's 5. And the forge is at 5 as well. Because he is a metal worker after all, and I do want that to be done first by him. If that made any sense. Alright, good. And let's speed things up again, so that we can have some progress over here. Wow, check this out. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you'd think that Bauer is wearing this claymore. If only it could be so. It's carrying the 1 copper claymore. I mean, you know how to carry it. You could as well just use it, right? Oh well, I guess in terms of game balance, that whole Wern thing is the right choice. Anyway, I am kind of curious. Butchering isn't getting done just yet because Bauer is carrying that away. And I'm also kind of curious, well, actually not, because I was about to say, like, how many bandages do we have? Or how many bandages did the fight take? Or use, really? But I guess since I don't see any blood over here, and I didn't see it at the combat either, I think that we came out of this little skirmish here unscathed. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, continuing with the building here. Ooh, a merchant has arrived. That is wondrous news, because I want to have a little chit-chat with the merchant and get all his goods. Or at least, that's the idea. Now, where is this merchant? Is he already? No, he's not there yet. He didn't spawn over there either. Merchant, oh merchant, where are you? Can't really see him, to be honest. Maybe I need to rotate the view. I know that our lands are safe because we just mercifully, or without mercy, slaughtered all our enemies. Oh, there he is. I don't know where he came from, but he is walking onto the bridge. He has a real, well, merchant mustache. Anyway, I'm kind of curious to see what goods you have brought for us, merchant. Alright, you're there? Let's trade. Hello, merchant. Show me your wares. I'll show mine. You should have new and interesting stuff. Yeah, look, grape stuff and such. Nice. And orange clippings. And copper ore. Now, obviously, I want this. All of it. I also think I'm gonna take all the orange clippings and all the grape seeds. Just for now, so that once we're ready for it, we could make like a nice tiny grove or farm with it. So I need to cough up 850 of worth. Now, I don't know about the mans, but that's the thing I kind of need to keep in mind, and that is that I'm just rolling on the assumption that the mans won't attack us yet. So, I don't know where this is, this copper battle axe, but I'm assuming it's at a place where I don't want it, so... Anyway, like I was saying, I'm just gonna roll on the assumption that the mans are not gonna attack us, because we're under the radar with our kingdom's worth. So, I'm actually gonna oversell, so to say. Because, well, as long as I keep our kingdom's worth quite low, we should be safe for now. I know it's not gonna help with attracting any mans or anything, but alright. Superior applewood something something. Oh, that's better. Do I want them? No, I want to keep those workbenches. I thought they were wooden things that I could trade, but apparently not. So, I don't want to... Yes, so those I want to... Look, those are worth like 20 apiece. That's pretty good. I want that. Traded. That. It's all for trading. Look, and we got 22 clay statuettes. Wow. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, this really puts us ahead in the value thing. Look, we only need to cough up another 340 or so. Which shouldn't be all that hard. In fact, ooh, that's really close. That is really, really, really close. But I'm just gonna put everything for sale that I think we don't need right now. So, we got 56 cotton bandage and 3 wool bandages. I need to check whether or not we get any bandages made right now, because if not, we might not have, you know, our clothier might have a problem with the grape bandages that he's trying to make. Oh man. Also, those bones, well, I could of course convert those into things for the next merchant, but on the other hand, we still got 106 clay, so yeah, I'm gonna trade all these bones away. The milk will be taken care of on its own, so that shouldn't be a problem really. Same for all this food, I'm not gonna trade that. Nor am I gonna trade any of this food really, because I don't know with the new farming mechanics whether or not we are still, you know, whether or not this will keep increasing, or whether or not all of a sudden it's going to decline and we need to take action. So, with that said, I am gonna... Well, am I now? Because we don't have all that many alpacas now, of course. No, I think I'll sell the cotton seeds. I'm not gonna put a cotton farm up again, so I can sell those. And I'm also gonna sell all the hides. And whoa, 80 hides. Wow, that's crazy. What else am I gonna sell? Not the raw materials, hell no. Not that either. I'm gonna keep this dirt actually, because I intend, you know, I know it's quite a lot, but I intend to do loads of building, so I don't know, but we might as well use up a fair amount of this, and I want to have a big surplus of that. So I think that we have pretty much all that I want to trade. So, to sweeten our deal, this time 2 skulls, because it's such a large deal of slain enemies in good tradition. Now, before we sweeten this deal, what do I want else? Because look, we got quite a bit of overvalue. I could get those grapes. Let's see, I mean, if I get those grapes, would I bug out the whole game because of them making grape bandages all of a sudden? That would be pretty weird. Actually, come to think of it, that might not be a risk I'm willing to take. So let's not do that. Instead, well, what else do I really want? Can I buy straw? Really? No. I can't. Let's get some wine, maybe? There's some drinks for our gnomes. No, I just... Damn it. Alright, let's get some... you know, let's just rob him of all his wine. And all his food, for that matter. Besides the grapes, really, because... I don't know, I just don't want to risk, you know, crashing the game and then buy a video series. That would be really bad, actually. Oh, and coming to think of it, I want all of those, all of those, all of those. Well, for the rest, really, I know we could still buy a lot more, but you don't have anything interesting, so... well... Merchants, I think that this is a pretty sweet deal. I bought everything from you that you had that was of interest. And you still got the best end of the deal. So, trade. Do I want it? Heads or tails? Knock knock your fist? Slap your hands together and done. It is traded. Now our kingdom's worth should be down quite a lot. Yeah, look, it was 8,000 something and now it's worth 6,000 something. So that should also really improve our situation that we had with enemies and such and stuff. Alright, well, that does mean though that... Wait, what's our metal dude doing actually? Wait, hold on a second. This is me! Where on the freaking earth is my helmet gone? Damage? Where's your crown? Put on my crown again! Damn it! That's bad! Oh man. Yeah, the royal suit. Come on, put it on again. Alright, maybe I should just put it like this. And then... let's put it back to... royal suit. Alright, now I hope that I'll equip my crown. There it is! There's the crown! The terror crown, he has it. That's really bad actually. Oh man. Anyway, so this is how things are right now. We are building our military compound. We just traded a crap load's worth of our kingdom's worth. And we have adapted to the new, well, animal feeding situation. And Rincket is slowly catching up, although it's gonna be quite a while, I guess. So join me next time when we will hopefully actually build and finish this stuff and get a nice long bridge and get ready for future mans, because well, you know, we have been warned and we've taken it to heart. So yeah, join me next time.